Hi, I'm Leslie. Welcome to Better Balance for Life. Would you like to move your body with more purpose all day, every day? One of the things that I love to share in my classes is how to make that daily movement count for something. Okay, we all move around all day, every day. We get up, we get down, we get into cupboards, we move around, we do our chores and we do our work. But are we moving our body the best we can to make every movement that we do an exercise opportunity? Check out what's coming up next so I can show you how. Check out my website for more information and I look forward to seeing you very soon. So we shall start with our feet hip distance apart. I'm going to show you the 3 levels that we're going to do today. By all means, stay with an easier level if you find the next level I give you too hard. Try it, see how it feels. Body doesn't like it, make it a little smaller. So starting with those feet hip distance apart, I'm going to stand side on for you just for a moment. All right, so here comes that little bit of a squat form. So here comes that little bit of a squat form again. My feet are only hip distance apart. I'm going to bow, little bow. Then I'm going to slide the bottom back. Remember, if you don't feel it, you can get the fingers, pop them in that hip joint, just push into the hip joint. Think of this like a bifold door. When you push a finger into the center of a bifold door, what happens? That angle gets smaller. This is the same. The angle between the leg and the hip gets smaller if we push the bottom back. If we bring the hips forward to bend the knees, we have now opened the joint. We want to close the joint so that we load through the glutes and the hamstring. It is super important with this next exercise that you get that in the mind. So making that angle smaller, think of it as a bifold door, pushing on that bifold door, making the angle smaller. Then all we're going to do is a tiny little bend in those knees. It's not a lot. So we've bowed. We've then slidden the bottom back just a little. Now you're going to take your mind to the heels of the foot and you're going to push the heel into the ground as you slowly sway from side to side. Push the foot in, squeeze the booty. Okay, I can feel my bottom cheeks activating as I'm pushing the feet into the ground like I'm making a hole in the ground. We're then going to go a little wider. Exactly the same. We're going to bow, we're going to slide, we're going to sit into the move a little, pushing the bottom out. One bent, one straight. One bent, one straight, pushing the feet in, making those bottom cheeks activate. Then we're going to go a little wider still, wider than what you think you can. But you've got the chair in front of you, so if you need it to help bring you back in, if you think, oh, I'm going to get stuck in that, some of the things I'm going to give some of you, you're going to look at me like I'm a lunatic, even suggesting that you can do things. You will be surprised at what your body can do. If you don't give it a go, how do you know? Remember, I've got really bad knees. I'm full of arthritis in my knees and my neck. I know what it feels like. All right, so let's go. Everyone, up you get. Everyone standing behind your chair for me, please. I'll give you a second to all rustle around and get into position. All right. Remember, your chair is there if you need it. Feet hip distance apart. Let's take a little bow. So let's take a tiny little bow. Now let's slide that bottom back a little. So we're in a semi-seated position. We've pushed the bottom out. If there was a chair there and we kept going, we would sit in it. So soft knees. Let's take the weight across. Just one way, doesn't matter which way. Push the feet in. Now, take your mind to your bottom cheeks like you did when we were doing the chair squeezes. Push the feet into the ground, activate those muscles. Think about them and them alone. Take it across, think about it. So as you push through that leg, you're now then going to transfer the weight into the other one, and we're driving that in and we're squeezing the bottom cheek as we go left and right. Doesn't matter if you're opposite to me. We're not going to do too many more here. We're just swaying the body, driving the feet into the ground, activating the muscles in the glutes and the legs as we do. Push the foot in like you're trying to make a hole. Trying to make a hole in the sand. And across. Push the foot in, squeeze the bottom cheek. As we go wider, the activation of the muscle gets bigger. So let's take it out a little bit further. Again, be cautious with your knees. Listen to what they're telling you and check your form. So standing tall to begin, little bow. Now, get those fingers, push them in the joint, make the joint smaller. So this is what it looks like side on. I've sat into it, sitting into that chair behind me, but just a little. We're not going to go too far. You don't need to bend the knees too far. Just make sure your form is spot on for me. Bow, slide. Doesn't matter where the arms are. Push across. I'm lifting mine up so you can clearly see the bottom of my body. One bent, one straight. Drive through your heel. Squeeze your booty, squeeze your booty, squeeze your booty. Push across, all the weight in the other side now. Make sure you're not bringing the hips forward. Push the bottom out, bottom out, bottom out, bottom out, bottom out. Main weight is through the heel. Push through the heel, squeeze and drive across. Squeeze and drive across. Push and squeeze, push and squeeze. Feel your bottom muscles working. You should feel them engaging now. Push the heel in. Remember, if you can't feel that, bring the head and chest down a little bit. Bring the head and chest down a little bit, driving across, one bent, one straight. Knee behind the toe, knee behind the toe. Push your bottom out, sit into it. Push, squeeze, 2 more only. You should really be starting to feel that now. If you haven't, have you been doing your glute activation work to make sure that your muscles are actually working properly? Across we go. All right, shake it out. Now this is where you're going to look at me like I'm a lunatic, some of you, especially if this is the first time. Hold on to your chair, go wider than what you ever thought you could. Soft knees, wider than what you ever thought you could. Yes, you can. Hold on to your chair. Now this is where you may feel it in the knees if you bring the hips forward. So make sure here, because we're going to have to bend those knees a little more, which means bowing, sliding. So you're going to have to slide back. I'm in a super wide squat position, but I'm not going to come all the way down. I'm going to stand tall into this. Push the bottom out, head and chest down a little now. One straight, one bent. Now push the bottom out here. Drive the foot in. Stay as low as you can. Stay as low as you can. Take it to a lower level if this is too much for you. So bring the feet in if it's too much. Drive across. I can feel this in my knee just a little, but that's okay because I need the strength. So I'm going to put up with a little bit of knee pain here. Not a lot, just a little. Drive the heel in. Drive it in. Push through that foot. Push through that foot. Take it across to the other side. Start to take some nice deep breaths in here for me because this is going to start to burn. Control. We are controlling the body. We are strengthening through the hips and the knees and the legs. Take it across. Push the heel in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you go across. And again, take it across. Should be feeling it. Squeeze the booty, squeeze the booty, squeeze the booty. Activate it. Don't think about anything else but your bottom cheeks. Take it across. Yes, I know you're feeling it in other places as well, but I want your mind on your bottom cheeks. 2 more if you can. If you can't, take a break. 1 more. Push the feet into the ground. You're making a hole in the ground. Last one. Up you come. Step it out. Shake it out. Hopefully your knees were okay. Hopefully you listened to me and made it smaller if they weren't. Rewind me if ever you need to double check that form. You are in control. Grab your chair, take a seat, have a drink. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Make sure you press that subscribe button on your screen so you don't miss a thing. Have a great day and I hope to see you very soon.